I'm Max Sterling. Welcome to larpgasm. Today we have the conclusion of the 30-day push-up challenge. So if you watch my other video, you know that I was doing a 30-day push-up challenge. So basically for 30 days I did 50 push-ups every single day. And the first video sort of details that out if that's something you want to try. And if you're finding this video first, that's fine. You can go watch the other video. I'll link it below. You can give this a shot yourself. This video, we'll talk about sort of the changes and how I felt during that process, and show a little bit of footage of me at the gym. So when I started out 30 days ago, I could do 50 push-ups. So I wasn't starting out at 0. I did 20, I believe, in a row, and then I did 3 sets of 10. Now, over the course of those 30 days, those push-ups, they never really got much easier for me. I was always doing a set of 10, a set of 15, a set of 20 to sort of start it out, and then I would do sets of 10 or sets of 5 to get my way up to the 50. I never was able to do 50 in a row. And I think that may have been because I was also just doing my normal workouts during the time. I never stopped doing my normal routine, and I'm actually pretty active, and when I do work out, I lift really heavy, so I think that might have contributed to it. And I was always doing my push-ups after my workout, so I was pretty low energy by the time I finally got to them. So the push-ups for me never got any easier, but I did start doing different variations. So instead of just doing, with your elbows out, what most people think of a push-up, I would get my elbows in, I'd bring my arms down, and I was doing, some different variations on it, which are much harder to do. So even though the number and the amount didn't seem to get any easier, I know I became more efficient and more effective at doing it because I was able to change sort of my hand positions around, my elbow positions, and still do the push-ups and get them done. So there was some change there. Now, the biggest changes that I noticed was that my triceps, and they're still, much more firm than they normally are. They were just solid. The entire time I was doing this, is just solid. And it's probably because they're always being worked, and they're not really having any sort of rest time to sort of recuperate from it. So they're always just staying like really hard. And the same way with my chest. My chest, much firmer than it was, and it was always sort of like in a tensed state, and whenever I do flex it, it would just be, like rock solid. And I think once again that's just from the constant work, and those muscles never really having a chance to fully recover. Now, I know that I said the push-ups didn't get any easier, but something else did get easier for me, and that was all my exercises that involved those muscle groups. So some of my back exercises became easier for me to do. I was able to do more weight. My tricep work became easier. I was able to increase weight. But most noticeably, my bench press went up significantly. Now, previous to this, I wasn't really proud of my bench press. I consider it to actually be my weakest exercise. And I don't know why that ever was. It's just not very good at it. I used to have a lot of shoulder pain, some elbow pain, so it was always something that I kind of struggled with. But after doing this 30-day 50 push-up challenge, my bench press just shot through the roof. I think a lot of it has to do with me finally getting this repetitive motion down and really sort of training all my muscles to get used to that, and maybe the core work that's involved. I think basically my bench shot up because my body got more used to the motion and the form. However, I think I also got stronger because when you're doing push-ups, you're lifting a percentage of your weight. I think it's like 60% maybe. And when you're a big guy like me, if I'm pushing 60% of that weight, 50 times a day for 30 days, that's a lot of weight that I'm moving. And I believe that helped with that bench press. And there's some footage of it here. And previously, I was only lifting, maybe 2 plates on each side. I think my best was 2 45s and a 25 pound plate on each side. And I don't know what that is in kilograms. But whenever I was doing this, I was able to finally throw that third plate on each side and just hammer a rep out. And I was surprised at how easy that rep came out of me. Now, since I did that, it's been a week and I've gone back through my chest exercises again. And I know now that I can do more than one rep with those 3 plates on each side. So that makes me pretty happy. So my bench press, I'm not going to say it's shot up an entire 45-pound plate, but I would say it certainly shot up 20 pounds, and you know, on each side. And you know, it's not even my 1 rep max. That is, you know, what I'm working with now. I mean, I struggle to get, you know, 5 reps out of that, but I get my reps. So I'm very thankful that I did this challenge and that it helped increase my bench press, you know, whether it's through strength or just through form. The fact is, I throw that extra plate on there now and it makes me feel really good. And now that I'm working with that weight, I can continue to grow and help me sort of through that plateau I've been stuck on for a very long time, too long of a time. So if the 30-day push-up challenge is something that you find you may be interested in, please go ahead and check it out. And like I said before, if you have to do the modified ones where you're on your knees or wherever you need to start from, go ahead and get started. And by the end, I bet that you're doing regular push-ups, at least some. You may never get to doing the 50, you know, in a row, but if you start out being able to do 0 push-ups at the end, you can even do 5 or 10, then you know you've made progress. I think that the challenge is pretty cool, but if you want to proceed past the 30 days, you're going to have to give yourself a little bit of a break time. You got to give your body some time to recover, rebuild muscles. So this is something where I believe I'm going to incorporate push-ups into my regular workout. I think on chest days and maybe another day or two, I'm going to throw them in, or maybe on my off days I'll do them, because I really think that they helped a lot and I want to keep doing them. But it's not something I'm going to do every single day because, like I said, I was feeling tired. Everything was always sore and just like solid all the time. When I do other exercises, I would feel it, and I feel like it was holding me back. Once the 50 push-ups a day stopped, you know, my strength started coming back, and like I said, I felt I was stronger and everything. So if you do this challenge, do it, take a break, then do it again. But I think you're going to find that you enjoy having push-ups in your routine. Anyone that games, obviously this is a LARP channel, strength is strength. It's good. You want to be able to carry more stuff. You want to be able to get yourself up off the ground if you're in full armor. I mean, this is a good thing to try. And you know, who doesn't want to be strong? I mean, I don't know anyone that says they want to be weak, not able to close a car door, not able to pick up a gallon of milk. I don't know that anyone wants to be weak. So get out there, give this a try, you know, and see what you think are. If you get some results, post them below. If you post a video, post that below. I'd be really interested to see how everyone else works out doing this. I didn't do any shirt off pictures or anything like that because, to be honest, aesthetically, I look pretty much the same. Like I said, if I push on myself, like, it's very solid, but you know, basically it looks the same. I didn't change my diet or anything while I was doing this. I just started throwing them in. But I think if you did this in conjunction with dieting, you probably would definitely see some results, because I feel as though my chest is out significantly, and my triceps are definitely larger as a result of doing this. Now, that may shrink down here over time, but I feel as though as long as I keep up with my normal workout routine, I think I'm going to keep most of those gains that I got. So I hope you like these 2 videos. I hope you'll give this challenge a try. Please don't forget to click like and subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. And click that little bell icon if you want notified when I put out videos. And be sure to tell your friends about my channel. Make sure you leave comments. And as always, adventure on.